How's it going today, Sunday? And we are continuing the series where we're looking at the different financial opportunities. I thought I will cover this opportunity as well, as if they do offer support, but it's not directly finance, right? So they might be able to offer you credits, right, depending on what kind of problem you might have, or they might or support different businesses in other ways as well, where they could offer right people, right places, right connections, right facilities. Not necessarily just finance, and depending where you are within the cycle, as well as when it comes to establishing yourself as a business, you might be interested in understanding other areas as well. Perhaps some of it depends on the problem, right? I have completed a number of videos already. This one is fourth video with the support available. Within this video, I'm going to be taking a look at digital. Let's start with the concept of what is digital, right? And we will jump into, since this company would ask what kind of there's 9 different teams, right? Within those teams, so there's different administration staff. So they might ask you slightly different, but usually they would ask you about, okay, what kind of problem you have. And if your problem is very wide instead of very narrow, they not necessarily would be able to understand how and help you with that particular problem, right? So since it can be a very wide problem, I don't know if it makes sense for many people. It could be very detailed or very wide area, right? So when it comes to some of these issues, if anything, yourself you need to understand a little bit better how to ask right questions to so people or teams out there could be able to support you with some of the opportunities and options that they have available as well as they receiving tax money to support businesses, right? So I'll cover this concept of digital in more detail, so perhaps yourself you understand a little bit better this area. Digital refers to representation and manipulation of information using discrete elements, typically expressed in the terms of binary code. That would be zeros and ones. How on computer level that information would be understood, right? Not necessarily the way how normally you would find human beings communicating, right? This concept was popularized. There's some books published on this subject. For people who are interested, they might get what I'm referring to. But either way, in broader sense, it encompasses a wide range of technologies and processes that involves the use of digital data, if anything, right? And let's cover that in perhaps 10 different areas, or it's not definitely not limited to those, well, since it's such a wide area, right? But let's touch on those, and perhaps I'll try to cover those in more detail. Let's cover key concepts. Let's start with the first one, binary code. At the core of digital technology, you can find the binary system, where data is represented using combinations of zeros and ones. This binary code forms the basis for digital information storage and processing, and how computer systems will understand that information. Number two, did did digitalization, or either way, the process of converting analog information into digital format. This transformation enables efficient storage, transformation, and manipulation of data. Examples include digitalization text, images, and audio. So, how that information can be in different formats, right? Text, images, and audio, 3 different formats, and how computer systems will potentially understand that information. Myself, I would use even different concept, right? I would use moving from paper into digital, right? So there's a shift there. Well, there's advantages and disadvantages when it comes to doing business and moving from paper to perhaps technology, right? So either way, so this is what again I'm trying to explain this concept. I don't want to make it more complicated. Digital technology encompasses a vast array of technologies, including computers, smartphones, digital cameras, and more. These devices process and transmit information in a digital format, enabling a wide range of applications. So they're taking information and you can potentially share it, store it, keep it, sell it. You can do a lot of things with that information, right? Digital communications, the transition of data in digital form over networks. This includes internet, mobile networks, and other communication channels. Digital communications allowed for fast and reliable exchange of information. Most of the time, I even was trying to explain it recently to my parents the way how money is being transacted, right? Usually it's only a text, right? Text messages, zeros and ones. It's only thing what's happening when it comes to transferring money. There's not actual exchange of gold, right? Where people need to sit in a carrot with a horse, and someone would take a lot of kilograms, tons of gold and move from Japan to perhaps UK, right? That's not what's happening. Digital media refers to content that is stored and transmitted on the digital format. This includes digital images, videos, music, and other multimedia formats. Digital media has become integrated to entertainment, communications, and information sharing in today's world. So there's a lot of potential there. If it's something that you're interested in, there's a lot of opportunities and large markets there. Digital transformation is something that I refer to as moving from paper onto perhaps a completely different plane, right? Where could be data could be stored and not necessarily would take that much space, right? The adoption and integration of digital technologies into various aspects of society, business, and culture. This transformation is characterized by the use of digital tools to enhance efficiency, connectivity, and information. Digital security, the protection of digital systems, networks, and data, unauthorized access, attacks, and damage. This includes cybersecurity measures and ensure the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of digital information. There's a lot of potential there currently with the market shifting and bringing more and more attention to these particular areas compared to where digital security was just 5 or 10 years ago, and some of the measures that we all need to take to when it comes to protecting our personal information or perhaps banking information to say that is some of those areas which are or perhaps should be more relevant to a lot of business. Next area can potentially be considered very promising, right? Artificial intelligence and machine learning, if anything. Advanced technologies that use digital algorithms to enable machines to perform tasks that traditionally require human intelligence. These technologies are driving innovation in various fields. So there's a lot of promise there, which would outsourcing instead of having a person do it. We can potentially outsource everything to perhaps software or perhaps some of the hardware systems as well. And by doing that, you can offer or increase value of the business. As well as Internet of Things, so IoTs, interconnection of everyday devices to the internet, allowing them to send and receive data. This enables smart homes, smart cities, and industries, creating a network of integrated digital devices, as well as that's where the markets are shifting. I don't know how well well, we as a society will be able to adapt some of those emerging technologies, but there's a lot of potential there. Blockchain and distributed ledger technologies. Myself, I'm very interested in those technologies as well as I'm going to be. I don't know how much I'm going to be covering in detail. If anything, I will be sharing some details how to enter some of those markets for people who are interested. For as long as some of those some of the information won't be able to share just because of it's sensitive information. But other than that, how to enter those promising markets. If you have any questions, I have covered so far, as well as I have reached out to some of the people out there who I need to get permission from to start operating, right? So I might give you some clues, right, without going too much into detail. But either way, technologies that enable secure and transparent recording of transactions in a decentralized manner. It says decentralized, but not necessarily limited to decentralized, since even governments look into centralized manner. Blockchain, centralized manner. So either, again, I'm reading this information. I don't know how accurate this information is. I need to keep catching as well as some of those institutions that was set up by our tax money. I would read some information at those companies' website, and even that information up there would be decentralized, but not necessarily, since different projects might be built differently, right? Ideally, this is what we should aim for, and that's the reason why some of the projects were set up for to become decentralized. But some of the players up there, they operating and organizing some of the projects up there differently. So just worth paying attention and keeping your eyes at how they would structure some of those projects, right? Keep your eyes peeled. I don't know. Blockchain, for example, is the underlying technology for cryptocurrencies, like without promoting any of those. There are crypto that represents a value, but not necessarily some of the projects need to be built in that particular way. If you'd like to learn more, I have published a book, Game Strategy. In this book, you can find more information about where to begin when it comes to structuring a business. I have recently changed a QR code so you can by pressing one button you can purchase this book, right? So you don't need to register, you just need to have internet banking, right? If it's something that you're interested in. Within this book, I'm sharing a lot of information when it comes to setting up your business, doing research, taking action, and starting your business, as well as if you have extra resources and if you are looking to invest in different businesses. Whatever cycle, I covered 3 different cycles: research, taking action, and perhaps reinvesting some of those resources. Whatever cycle you might find yourself in, would highly recommend to taking a look at this book, where you can find a lot of information when it comes to better understanding in particular markets where they're going to be within about the next 5 to 10 years, right? You can find it in the description below, as well as QR code. You can purchase that. Okay, let's jump on the company's website and some of the setup there, how government can support you when it comes to digital. Located in London, Belfast, Bristol, and or Sunderland. Digital Catapult drives the early adoption of advanced digital technologies to make UK business more competitive and grow the UK's economy. So they, I'm not entirely sure. Most likely they would have facilities, perhaps people, perhaps finance available, depending what kind of assistance you are looking for. They are UK's leading advanced digital technology innovation centers, accelerators, and early adopters of AI future networks, including 5G and IoT's Internet of Things, as well as DLTs and immersive technologies. I would highly recommend to reach out to some of those people, set up some of the conference calls, as well as perhaps asking the right questions and what kind of support they might be able to access and provide you when it comes to running your business or starting your business, depending on where you are, or improving your business operations, right? To summarize today's video, understanding fundamentals of digital technology is crucial in a modern era, as it underpins many aspects of our daily lives, from communication and entertainment to business and, if anything, innovation, constantly moving forward. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.